Hi everyone, welcome to Handicraft A to Z channel. I know I haven't streamed for a very long time. I was quite busy with doing the Christmas temaris for my customers, and I've done 19 already this year. So I decided to take a break and do something for fun. And since one of the religions in our country is Zoroastrianism, I decided to make, and Nowruz is just around the corner. On 18th of, on 21st of February, we'll be celebrating the 1st of Charshanba, which is the Tuesday, every Tuesday starting from the middle of end of February. We celebrate the Tuesday of kind of the first goes water, then goes wind, fire, then wind, and then soil. And as a result, we celebrate Novruz. And last year I made the, if you remember, I made the daffodils. So this year I decided to make the Faravahar, which is the kind of the guardian angel in Zoroastric. And it looks like the circle, the sun with wings, and then later the man was added. But then I decided to skip the man part. This is just a sample to see how things are going, how I can make this. So as a sample, I made the standard Kiko, and the wings are colored with yellow, blue, and yellow. And on the obi there will be stars. The 5-point star will be with red. 6-point star will be, I don't know, one of the oranges. I have to decide which one would match the rest. Then I will get the yellow, which is gold. It's here. We'll start stitching it now. Then it will be the middle star will be the lilac and white, and then green, blue, and this blue, this color of blue. So for today, I've done the circle, which symbolizes the sun, and that's the wings, as I said. So I've done the circle already, and I'm ready to start with the wings on the second part. Since the markup lines I've used here are the invisible ones, so the base made with sewing thread size 40, the markup line is size 20. I don't know if you can see that or not, but these are the markup lines. So I kept the pins at the equator so I can, because if I remove it, I won't be able to see the exact equator points where I stitched the meridians to the equator. So I keep these as pins. So what I need, my markup line, my markup tape. It's from the other Temari, but this one is used for 16 meridians, but it's hard to see them on a very short space. So I keep the bottom part of the Kiko at about 2 centimeters from the equator. This is not a tutorial, it's just me stitching. I'm bored doing it all by myself. So I thought that this would be interesting for you to see how things are done. Actually, I'll put the red one since I got the thread close to this meridian. This will be the beginning of my stitching. Now I'll remove these pins once I complete at least 2 rows, and I will keep the equator pins in place until I get to the stars. Once I'm done with them, I will remove them. I'm sorry, my box with pins kind of far away from me, that's why I'm stretching. to get it done. This pin was used for Irish crochet lace, pinning the motif to the template, so it's bent. This is another one, and I gotta find the straight one, not bended. It's 2 centimeters. It's nice to use this copybooks because they're already pre-marked. So 4 squares is 2 centimeters. To get some more pins. Since I'm working on 3 different projects at the moment, and 2 of them required so many pins, I've got all these banded pins. Hopefully next week I'll finish them, those other projects, and I'll get the right pins back. So as I said, I never use the color code on the projects that I've been doing for ages, like on Kiko, so I'm never marking them with the right colors. So I'm ready to start, and got 3 needles here, one for the markup line because I'll be using it later to place the additional stitches for the stars. And it's all tied in a knot. And also I plan to make some more Temaris regarding the for the Charshampa, for the Tuesday, the holiday Tuesdays. And as I said, that would be water, fire, wind, and soil. For the wind, I think I would use this DMC thread because it's kind of creates it will be swirls, and it will be this thread. For the wind, for the water, I'll probably use the either white base with this blue color, and it will be cross, I guess, just like Kiko, but with white and blue, you know, the ones I showed earlier. And for the fire, probably it will be black base with 3 colors Kiko. I haven't decided anything for the soil, but probably it will be brown background with some greens on it, like the sprouting grass, the salmony, as we call the wheat sprouts that we usually make for the holiday. It's one of the main holiday decoration. We grow the wheat sprouts just to celebrate the spring. So I'll be doing the 3 rows of gold, then I'll make 3 rows of this blue, and then another 3 rows of gold, just to match the colors on the wing. As I said, this is just a sample. The one I will start later, it will be at least a couple of centimeters wider in diameter. Just a second. My dog stolen the silk cone. Иди спать. Yes, he cannot tolerate that I'm talking to someone, not him. So he's always trying to interfere in the stream. So As usual, we got the one meridian skip, next meridian. It's very easy to, in this case, because I got all the stitches around each meridian. For the sun, I was doing like 3 rows of over the 8 meridians, and then the rest of the rows, one golden brown and 3 white over each meridian. So it's 16 in total, just because at the very beginning it's very small space to implement each meridian into a stitch. So I made 8 and then eventually extended it to 16. So as I said, the bigger one will be 64 meridians, and it will be more like the wing-like. So it will be the partial kiko, so it will be 2 wings and the tail, just like you usually make the stork pattern using kiko stitches. That will be exactly the same, but instead of 2 wings, will be 2 wings and a big tail. And the wings will be eventually starting from the long end and going to short one at close to the sun, and then the tail. Haven't decided how to make the tail yet, but it will be done. So I add more gold. I was lucky enough to buy the last batch of gold thread. So I've got 10 skeins of it, so I can use it more freely. Just this yarn that I'm using is discontinued. So I almost ran out of red. That's the only skein left. And I ran out of green. I've got 1.5 left. So I'm kind of saving it for the stitching, not for obi anymore. So most of my designs had to be reviewed and replaced. I don't know if I can find the skein. It's something like this, but like vivid, very neon-like green. Somewhere in the mess around in the box. I was searching for ideas, and I created the huge mess around my desk. Just like we all do when we craft and search for new ideas and new materials. You can imagine if this is just a part of the mess. On the left side is a pile of silk, pile of threads, pile of styrofoam balls, pile of wool, and pile of sewing thread. As you can see, someone isn't really happy. Someone is not a happy chappy. Yeah, I'm talking. He just came back. Только что с улицы. He was outside just 20 minutes ago, and he's demanding attention, and he's like pretending that he needs to go out, but definitely he does not. I don't know if you can hear him growl. So yes, and my memory is going absolutely out of control. I keep forgetting the names. I always have to check up the names. But the stars that I will be making is the I forgot the name, but it's something starts with C, especially in Japanese. It's like when you start from out to in, so it will be sharp pointed stars. And recently I found a way to make the 6 point star, and it's absolutely, you know, wild thing going in different areas. So once I get accustomed with that stitch, I will definitely will show that how to make it, just because it goes not like you do with regular stitches like 8 point star, where the stitch is like going different directions under and over. And so yeah, once I master that, I will show you how to make it. But hopefully either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I'll be able to finish this Temari. Well, first of all, because I need to make more commercial Maris, because this one is just I'm making for fun and learn new things. And so I'm kind of making 10 commercial Temaris, and I do one for fun to learn something new, and then again I make another 10-12 commercial Maris, and then back to personal. I still have to finish this one, so I'll probably finish that one next week, and I'll make the video how to make this Kiko, this kaleidoscope thing. It requires some attention when you're stitching, but the result is, at least for first 2 rows, are very challenging. But then it's just to follow the pattern, and that's easy. And you need to have 4 needles for that. So get yourself another set of needles, and we'll be stitching that next week. As I always say, when you do the first stitch, just make sure you grab as deep as possible, so when you remove the pin, your thread doesn't slides up or down. Because if I place, oh dear, if I place the needle very close, just look at what he's doing. Купаться? He's really scared of 2 words: bathing and grooming. Руди! Руди! Чесаться. Будем чесаться? No, he's definitely not letting me stream tonight. We got snow. He is not impressed. He wants to run around the garden, but it's too cold for him. So he goes out for a quick pee, and then comes back and not happy that he can't run around the garden. So the second row, and I can already remove the pins that are already stitched, so they will not grab the thread. It's nice to have a magnet. You just throw the pin and it catches it. Missed. So as I say, this is just a test one. The commercial one will be bigger and will have a different designs, but obviously it will have stars. because Favarahar usually pictured with the 8 stars around, different shapes, different colors. So I will do that at the equator. Instead of obi, there will be stars. I'm not really sure if this Mari will be the Christmas ball, because obviously you can't hang the ball like that. It will be quite heavy, but we'll see what I can do. As I said, this is the experiment, and probably it will be just the Temari for the stand. It will stay on the shelf, kind of stuff, but we'll see. This one will definitely be, because it's still pretty light, it will be used as a Christmas tree decoration. Someone who is Zoroastric. So I'll do the two types, the stand and the Christmas bubble. And as I said, there's the holiday Tuesdays. Temaris will also will be with a loop, so you can use it on the Novruz table as a decoration and then use it later for the Christmas tree. So I think Temari should be not only stored on the shelf, but to bring joy in holiday seasons as well. So yeah, this will be a lot of work to be done, since I have about a month to make this for what's the word, like earth, wind, water and fire. So I'll be doing that for the next couple of weeks. I'll be spending my time making, first of all, the daffodil flowers, Temari, and this Charshamba, Temari, for each week. We'll see if my customers will like them. If not, I'll use it as a present for my friends. As always, if you don't sell it, give the joy to your friends to celebrate the holiday. Novruz is actually the Zoroastric version of the New Year, the time when nature wakes up, the spring, astronomical springtime begins. So it's a New Year holiday for us. It's like actually in my country we celebrate everything. We celebrate the New Year, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Novruz, we celebrate Rosh Hashanah. The only thing we don't celebrate is, but because it's just not in our tradition, the summer solstice, just because it's not, it went out of the tradition. It's not that really important, because we obviously don't celebrate the beginning of the immense heat. The summers here are quite hot. It's something like 45 in the shade and up to 60 on the open area. I actually use that heat to sterilize the universal soil mix when I plant my flowers. I just leave it for for a fortnight outside on the sun, just turning it around from the heated soil. I don't have the soil in most of the garden, but we have the tiles. So they're heated up so badly that you can actually cook an egg on it. So I flip around the bags with the soil mix to get rid of pests. So that's why we usually don't celebrate it. But we do celebrate the Christmas time is actually Yel for us. I think that the Celts also celebrate Yel, and it's also called the Yel. So anything to party, we're on. You noticed I marked the pin where I changed the thread. Now I can remove it. Maybe later I will show you how to fix the errors when you forget, when you miss the point where you add the new thread, and how to solve that. It's quite easy, just need a bit of counting and a bit of weaving. But it's not that difficult. So this year there will be lots of Temari stitching. There will be also the some of the weaving tutorials and weaving streaming. In fact, I have the one stole which is about ready to be removed from the loom. I'll probably do that on, let's say, Thursday. So I'll do the hemming and do the video on hemming as the regular video, and then in the stream I'll cut it from the loom and start preparing the warp leftovers for the twisting the tails. So it will be fun for everyone. And also I have on my Inca loom I have the belt I still have to finish. Well, I've almost finished it. I just need to tie the weft, weave it in. So that would be another video, and there will be a video of cutting it, the stream of cutting it off the loom. So stay tuned. These days I usually stream Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I stream on Irish Crochet Lace by Alena Salimova, if you noticed that. That's my other channel. And let's say Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturday. I mean Saturday sometimes, because usually I travel to city to visit my family and buy some food for my dog, just because he's raw fed and I can't find the meat that he's not allergic to in our village. So maybe twice a month I travel, so it will be either 2 Saturdays a month I will be streaming, and I will obviously tell ahead if I will be streaming or not. So yes, you can join me. So I got 3. When you got 3 or 4 rows, it's easy to count, but when you got more than that, you use the pin. And just for those that who join me right now, this is the Temari. I'm trying to resemble the Faravahar, the Zoroastric guardian angels symbol. So he's usually the first images of Faravahar was the sun with the wings, and then later the man was added to it. But this one is this is a sample. So I make it very simple as a test, because I need to make sure that I got the stars right and everything. But the next one, obviously it will be bigger. It will be a couple of it will be 1 inch bigger in diameter, and it will be. This one is made on 16 meridians. The one that I will be making on a big Mari will be probably 64, and then I'll be able to divide it to make the wings properly and the tail. And obviously the sun will be a little bit bigger than that, because well, the Mari is pretty small. It's how much is it? I haven't even measured. This Mari is 29 centimeters in circumference. So the one I'll be making will be about 32, 35. We'll see how much yarn I can spin on the styrofoam base. Not this one, it will be bigger, of course, but got somewhere in my stash. So I finished the yellow one. I don't know if my camera can hold any longer, because the Samsung phones, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they usually don't hold up more than 35 minutes of streaming. It overheats and switches off. So if I'm switched off all of a sudden, that means the camera is overheated. Just let me test it. Well, I've got another couple of minutes. It's not that critical yet, but still, I guess I'll finish streaming in a couple of minutes. Just to show, now I've got the last row. This is the last row. So I will start stitching at the other meridian. Remember that each row should overlap the previous. So this was the last row, and the next one goes overlapping in blue. Sorry. So this would go like this. So as I said, I make 3 gold, 3 blue. It's kind of turquoise blue, and then another 3 rows of gold. And when I finish that, I'll start making stars, and hopefully on the next stream I'll be able to show the result. We'll see how things are going. And well, I guess that will be it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me tonight, and have fun with stitching Temari. Bye.